Oh God, it would really suck. It would absolutely suck if none of what I had been saying had been heard for the last 15 minutes. Because I went in. Like, I kind of want to test this. I want to close the stream and test it and see. I'm going to be right back. Hold on. I don't think Joel can die of hypothermia. I don't know. Like, can you tell me whether or not you could hear anything I was saying for the last 15 minutes? Because there was an issue with the mic apparently where like the audio wasn't coming out of my headphones, and I'm worried that the 15 minutes of me storytelling. Oh fuck, dude! For like the last 15 minutes, I was like all in, like breaking down the game, talking about ludonarrative dissonance, and talking about Joel's toxic masculinity and like the need for possession. Oh my, like in his the possession he has for Ellie because he loves her, and that being like this problematic. It's problematic, but like you're also like I get it, and fuck. I did everything right. This mic is so easy. You just put the USB in and it's supposed to work. And I guess it didn't do it this time. Damn, that was a whole 15 minutes. Like legit, like I went in. Is this what it is to be a creator? Dude, I'm pissed. Let me just play this fucking game. Bro, I went in. Like, I can't even say everything I thought of because it just came off the cuff. Like, it's not like I wrote an essay or anything. I'm about to die. I just want to make sure it's clear. I'm about to die. Fuck you! Fuck, I guess we'll just play the game. I guess the world doesn't want to hear me get deep into why I love this game as narrative storytelling, or why I wrestle with this game and like enjoy the terror it brings me. I guess the world doesn't want to see that. Like, I'm really fucking pissed about it, cause I like legit like I did the testing 1 2 3, and I could hear myself in the mic. And now, fuck. I guess in a different world, OBS would be recording, so maybe it would have caught it, and then I could. It's Monday, y'all. 2020. Fuck. Gio goes in about why he loves the game for 15 minutes, and nobody sees it or hears it and thinks, oh, he's just doing the 15-minute wait thing again. I'm so pissed. So pissed. Alright, it's been a week. Let me remember how to play this game. Reload. Okay, gotta make. I mean, if you have specific questions, I could maybe salvage the 15 minutes I spent, I guess, in total silence, like speaking into the void. Fuck, bro. I'm so mad because I was like really proud of what I was talking about, and like, oh my god, like legit, I was like. I went in, bro. How's my level? How are my levels? Can you hear me all right now? Okay, yeah. So, hold up. Ludonarrative dissonance. So the whole premise of the game, it's a survival game, and because you have to survive in the desperation, there's the horror of it. And so you stealth around to kill people, but like there's no way of really avoiding killing people in the game, really. You can maybe be like, oh, when I have to strangle somebody, I'm just go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. They'll wake up later, and they'll be quote unquote fine in the way that people are fine in action movies or Marvel films. Oh yeah, he got thrown against the wall and hit his head. His back's not broken. He's fine. But at the same time, there's moments of like when you kill somebody up close and Ellie goes, "Jesus, Joel," or the moments where like David's like, there are people that like there's a man and a little girl who went around and killed all my people, and you think about, to them you're the bad guy. So for a second in my head I question, did I have to? And I know the answer is yes, because the game requires me to. But so because the game requires me to, but there's also these moments of questioning, does Joel have to do this? Does Joel have to do this? Makes it think like, do I have to do this? And at the same time, I definitely know I'm bad at stealth, and so in order for me to progress in the game, I have to kill. But this game's not Undertale either. It's designed for me to survive and kill. Like, it's the characterization of Joel. I'm playing through Joel as a character, being a vicious killer whose humanity lies in the existence of a daughter he has to protect. First Sarah, and when he loses Sarah, his humanity's gone. He talks about him being on both sides of these raids, of having like getting these tourists, as they called it in the game, luring these tourists in and killing them and taking their shit. Or like the moments of like he's part of like this little criminal network in the starting city. I think was Boston. In the starting city, he's part of that criminal network, and he's this humanity. When you meet his brother, he talks about his brother talks about the things you did to me. I'm legitimately just trying to say it all over again. The things his brother goes, the things you did when we were here, like for us to survive. I'll always have nightmares about those things. You're a terrible person. Yeah, hey Joel, go do what you do and kill the people. They've come in. You go ahead, do what you do and kill the people. Like, that's what you do. You're the grizzly old man who's got the like who's the macho man who will never say, I love you, you're my brother, I love you, Ellie, you're like a daughter to me, I care about your safety, and I want you to survive while we go on this journey. He'll never say, I love you. He'll never be like, I lost my daughter 20 years ago, and I'll never forget it. He just lives with it. He sits with it, and he gets mad when it's taken away from him. Last week, I got like in my feelings about like, in like a certain amount of in tune with the character. I got in tune with the character a little bit and was like legit screaming. The clips on the channel and also on my Twitter page of like he's very vicious about like getting Ellie back. He's like, where did you take her? He tortures people to find out her location, because with that toxicity and masculinity of that and that inability to show emotion, there's this sense of possession within that masculinity that Joel inhabits, of he needs Ellie, and he feels he must save her because he needs her. He needs her, so she's important, and he loves her because he needs her and because she's got something that he doesn't. And like when I was screaming, he's like, that which is mine. And so he'll go and he'll make a path to Ellie out of the intros of his enemies in order to get to her, because he needs her. She is humanity to him. And in all respects of like, in the game of like, okay, you get to play as Ellie for a hot minute, and she's got the rifles, and she's going through things with like such an intensity that are different to what Joel had to experience, where enemies are coming from both sides and you're dealing with a bloater at the same time, and then you have to run away from this pedophile psychopath killer guy, which I should be careful about how I use mental terms about mental health, but this guy who's clearly desires Ellie for a reason outside of her humanity, a person who clearly desires Ellie as something to play with, a person who, I see your comment, a person who enjoys the killing, who enjoys chopping up the bodies and having something to play with. David's people say like, oh, there goes David again with like one of his toys. But for Ellie to be in that moment with the rifle, with the bow, kicking ass, running for her life, and trying to survive in the winter to get medicine for Joel, and to survive the winter to get to where they're going, to continue their journey, for her to be taken again, and for her agency to be taken again, kind of like, I don't 100% feel good about it, because it's taken a woman's agency. But at the same time, I understand that in this game, although Ellie is a fully fleshed character, it like is a character with like motivations, at the same time, she's the plot. She has to cure. We have to take her to where she needs to go. She's the humanity. Joel needs to find his humanity again after 20 years of being grumbly McFuckface toxic man, and he has to. She embodies the plot so entirely that like, even though it's both of their story, it's Joel's story to get her there. It's an examination of Joel. And from the little bit I've heard about the Left Behind DLC, you'll get deeper into Ellie, and then definitely from what trailers I've seen of The Last of Us Part 2, you're Ellie, and you see her story. You see you play as her in her mind. And I think about, that's the kind of thing where like, me wrestling with the story like this, and me engaging with the gameplay and it causing emotions in my heart that I've never had, that like I've never been so intensely like terrified, where my heart was beating so poundly, where for a second I thought I would die, and like I had to stop the game early. Stuff like that, where makes me like really into it, puts it up there with the absolute #1 greatest game of all time, Burnout 3 Takedown, which has none of those things, but has all the action and the crash and the love and the music and the sound design that I love and need, and especially as a child, that like defined me as that defines a lot, like my variety of music taste. But The Last of Us, and its sparing use of music, and its full embodiment of storytelling, and how the interactiveness of a game can do that, really got me there. It's like really got me into it. It's been another 15 minutes. I'm hoping you're enjoying me circle around what I talked about in the previous 15 minutes where no sound was heard. Yeah, and so like, this game's definitely up there for me because of that. Let me start killing people again before somebody goes to sleep. Any questions? Okay, Joel.